yesterday when I was talking to Elijah. No, it was, who was it from the Daily Caller yesterday? I said, where's the mainstream media? Where's ABC, NBC, CNN? Where are they? They're not getting any of this footage of what's really going down. Oh my, well, that just popped the head of all of these. They were in a snit last night. All these journalists that were out there and they're like, oh, how could Glenn Beck say this about us? Well, really easy. Drew Griffin tweeted, so many of my CNN colleagues are reading this Dodo Bird's comments between their live reports in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Come on, Glenn. Okay, really? What time was that again? Glenn Beck just lies and his lemmings will believe anything he says. This dishonest type, blah, blah, blah. The truth is to hate those who hate the truth. Literally every network, every day, every night has been on the ground. My favorite is from Omar Jimenez. Bro, I'm literally standing in Kenosha right now, sleep deprived from standing in the protest violence and fires this night and every night this week. Bro, he's the guy on CNN with the chyron underneath him that says fiery but mostly peaceful protests. And you journalists, why are you running Elijah Schaffer and the Daily Caller's video if you were there? We went back with a timeline, and the mainstream media is like, we were there, we're covering all of this. Well, first of all, you don't seem to be relying on the video that you don't have, that you had to get from us. Only the New York Times seems to have this halfway right. MSNBC is the worst. They're just denying what you see on tape. It's incredible. But they were all there, and they all covered it. And so we just did a little TikTok here. I mean, just at 11:55, Elijah Schaffer tweeted, breaking news, someone shot in the head in Kenosha, 11:55 p.m. 11:56, ABC News was on it. Whale of a time. A pod of orcas spotted swimming through the Puget Sound.
Wait. I guess they did have reporters out.
They had reporters out.
Okay.
Then 11:58 p.m. 11:55, Elijah. 11:58 p.m., USA Today. A look at Wednesday's paper. Pence to stress wins in virus fight. 11:59, CNN. The advantages of incumbency are afforded to any sitting president, but Trump's use of his office has gone well far beyond his predecessors. 11:59. Moderna vaccine lacks black Latinx and indigenous participants. So CBS News, while somebody's just been shot in the head in Kenosha, remember, they got all their people there. They had reporters there. They were worried about the Latinx. There isn't a Latino in America that is normal that goes, yeah, I like that Latinx thing.
That's only reflected in every poll when they ask that question.
12 a.m., New York Times. They are talking about the need and the alarm on the need for protective masks. PBS NewsHour, Mike Pompeo plunged into the heart of the presidential campaign. Reuters, President Trump pardoned John Ponder. MSNBC, Ben Rhodes on Secretary Pompeo's speech.
Oh, God.
12:11, Washington Post, did Jerry Falwell scandal weaken Trump's evangelical support? 12:16, Associated Press. Now we're approaching half an hour. Hundreds of flights were canceled in South Korea. 12:17, NPR, COVID-19, latest series of disruptions. Okay, so it's a half hour. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. It's the graveyard shift. You know, you got Lenny, and he's like, what time do I send this out? Maybe everybody was sleeping, in Kenosha. So maybe they didn't know about the shooting in real time. They just happened to look down. They were loading film in their camera, which they don't use anymore. And they just looked down and they missed all that gunfire. So about 45 minutes after the Blaze is posting the shootings, surely they'd pick up the scent. 12:42 a.m., almost an hour later, Elijah Schaffer posts a thread on Twitter explaining the circumstances leading up to the shootings. He's already got analysis and video of leading up to it. CNN's main concern at the time? Squaw Valley Alpine Meadows Resort is going to be changing its name next spring, acknowledging it includes a racist and sexist slur.
No, really?
12:40 a.m. Then 12:45, Reuters, Mexico confirms coronavirus cases. MSNBC, 12:46. After 3 months after George Floyd's death sparked a wave of protest, and the world, the site of his death remains a sacred place for racial justice. 1 a.m., now an hour and 10 minutes later, airlines to shed tens of thousands of workers. CBS News, New York Times, McDonald's say there is an investigation into misconduct claims in the country. 102, PBS NewsHour, Pam Bondi. 103, Associated Press, breaking. Mass shooter Brenton Tarrant tells judge he won't speak in his defense at sentencing hearing in New Zealand court. 103 a.m., USA Today, during his remarks, Covington Catholic School graduate Nick Sandman decried cancel culture. 104, NPR, Jacob Blake, the black man who was shot multiple times at close range by police in Kenosha, currently paralyzed from the waist down. So at least an hour and 20 minutes into it, NPR has a story about Kenosha.
Sure. Yeah, but they obviously didn't have someone there with the video.
Well, no, they did.
Oh.
No, they were all upset at me yesterday for saying they weren't there.
Oh.
So they were all there, Stu.
They were there, but
yeah.
Is it valuable if you're there, but in your hotel room when all of the bad things are happening?
Jeez, listen to you. Washington Post, 107, Trump uses Republican convention to rewrite coronavirus history. 155, now 2 hours later. Huffington Post's 32 tweets that sum up being single in the middle of a pandemic. You might want to think about reading other tweets. You know what I mean? Maybe checking out other tweets. Of the 12 media outlets, only 3 posted any news about the Kenosha shootings overnight. The Washington Post, 2 hours after Elijah Schaffer posted about it, CBS News, and Reuters. I don't know. What do you think? 219, 237, that's enough time to watch Elijah's reporting and then go, gee, should we care about this? I mean, it doesn't look good. How can we spin this? And then finally post it. You guys weren't on the ground. You may be on the ground. Maybe you were sleepy. You know, I felt really bad last night with Donald Trump. He was going at midnight last night when, I mean, that's so unfair. Joe Biden couldn't watch that thing live. He was in bed by 4. I mean, you have the early bird special at 3 at Denny's, and then he's got to go to sleep. I don't know if he saw any of that. That was really unfair of Donald Trump to do. And the news reporters, I mean, if anything happens after 9 p.m., or God forbid anything after dark, you know, these are peaceful protests. Nothing happens after dark. You're frauds, and America knows it. And you know what's so sad? You know it, but you're not man enough or woman enough to admit it.